but it can also be used to do free motion embroidery, stipple quilting, even create fabric freely. To do darning of holes or tears in fabric, apply a small fabric scrap to the back of the tear to add stability. Select the straight stitch and sew over the torn area while guiding the fabric back and forth in even movements. Once the area has been covered with stitches, leave the needle down, lift the presser foot, and turn the fabric 90 degrees. Then sew in a meandering fashion, joining the fabric layers together as you sew.